Well, the anti-tip bracket has arrived. Just a couple days waiting for it to get here, and now we can go and get that installed. So we're gonna go ahead and do the install. For fun, I'm gonna go ahead and open it up and just see what it looks like and show you guys. And I went to 2 different big box stores to try to pick one of these up. It seemed like a really simple part. I thought everywhere would have them. They're pretty universal, but I ended up having to go online and order it. Comes with 2 screws, 2 heavy duty screws, and then this bracket. So I'll show you where this is gonna go in just a second, but this should do the job. This is the spot in this small kitchen area where the range is going to slide into. So the anti-tip bracket is gonna go on the wall. It'll go it could either go on the left side or on the right side, just depending on what you're working with. I'm probably gonna put mine on the left side just so it's a little further away from the electrical plug. I know how the wire runs back there, so no risk. I know there's no risk of hitting it, but just out of principle, I usually like to drill holes as far away from where potential wires could be as possible. And then this is gonna go on the wall. We're gonna just put it in place like that. I'm gonna measure from the outside of the range to see exactly where the foot on the range is. And then what's nice about this bracket is these corner holes down here will allow me to hit the bottom plate. So most walls are framed with a bottom plate, a board that just runs along the bottom. And having those 2 screw holes there allows me to hit into that without having to find where a stud is, because studs are normally only every 16 or 24 inches, depending on how your wall is framed. So this gives you a lot of flexibility, just being able to drill into the bottom plate, and then we'll be able to put a couple screws in the floor. This is the back side of the range that we're going to be putting into that spot. And basically there's a support foot on the back on each side, right here and right over there. And this bracket is designed so that the support foot slides right into there and it helps keep it from tipping forward so it doesn't crush people that are climbing on it. I still don't recommend climbing on your range or on the door, but sometimes kids or people not thinking right might do that. So what I'm going to do right now is, I'm doing this one-handed, but I'm just gonna measure from the outside to where the center of that post is, and then I'm gonna go over to the wall and put it in the same spot. So it looks like if I go 2.5 inches over, that will be perfect. I've put a mark on the wall here that is directly below. I used a level to mark directly below where the edge of the cabinet is up above. And then I'm going to mark over 3 inches because I want the center of the bracket to be 3 inches away from the edge of the cabinet. So I'm just gonna put a little mark over here at 3 inches. All right, I'm going to put these 2 screws that were provided with the kit through the back holes here to go into the sill plate or the bottom plate. And you know it bit well when it has to fight a little bit like that. I'm going to cinch that one down here after I get this one started. You should be able to feel the foot slide into the bracket as you're pushing it back. If you're feeling much resistance, you might be off of line a little bit. Also be aware that sometimes that power cord for the range can get in the way of the bracket, so you don't want to force it too hard. If it's not going right in, try taking a peek back behind and adjust the range a little bit. Once it's in place, then you can just give it a little tug like this to make sure that it's secure. And you don't need to yank on it real hard, but it should just resist tipping forward. Chances are, if you're watching this video, you might have had this issue called out on a home inspection. So this is likely what your home inspector did to test to see if it had an anti-tip bracket. So hopefully you found this video helpful to you on your project. Thanks for tuning in.